Hooray! It's been
525,600 minutes.
and I still haven't gotten
Cool your copyrighted sound record, Spampton. You'll get your paycheck soon enough. Just please, please, please do this one skit for me. Thank ya. Much appreciated.
Okay, you, the boss, you! Bound around town! Welcome to the Bubble Cast. Where are you? Little sponge. We'll learn about
Community guidelines.
That's right. So, viewers new and returning, welcome to the first episode of Winter Term, aka Season 2, Episode 6. Enjoy. You did good, Spampton.
In a tight crunch for scholarships. Trying to get around the writer's block for your net video. We've got you covered. Welcome to Life of a Content Creating College Student. With your hosts, Waite Hero 207 and Charlotte Waite.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. My name is Colton W. Hurst, also known as Waynesy0207 on the internet, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 6. It's been a long time since we've been here, but here we are once again, folks.
Yes, welcome back from the break. It's Charlotte over here, and we're joined as a very special episode with other top advisor for the last time, Claire Peterson.
Hello.
So it's been a while since we last had you on. What else has changed?
Well, I have a new job now.
Yeah.
So I'll be working in the Academic Advising and Retention Office at Oregon Tech.
Ah, that's so amazing. And let me go ahead and experiment with the microphone a little bit.
All right, there we go. Should be recording at the right polar pattern.
Okay,
Perfect.
Yeah, I figure, folks, that OBS's filters was giving a little bit of trouble these past few recordings, so we're going old-fashioned until I can figure out a definitive way to have high-quality audio coming from the microphone.
Okay, yeah. Awesome.
So we're doing things the old-fashioned way now.
Yes,
Mhm.
we're churning butter over here.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yes. And as of right now, stream schedule is uncertain because complicated circumstances. But rest assured, we'll have things set up to where we can consistently do streams again. So rest assured, we're not going to be on hiatus for those streams for long.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta compensate for life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, well, let's kick off this episode with our very first question. Colton, I'm very excited to catch up with you a little bit since break, and I would love to hear, what are two things that went well for you in the last 2 weeks?
Okay, this is going to be pretty exciting. With the introduction to the Business 256 course known as Graphic Design for Business, I've acquired access to Adobe software despite my initial reluctance to do so. These software resources were provided for free as an Oregon Tech student. And
That's
Professor
legit.
Halverson helped me install them on my computer. The resources we will be using, which will be helpful for my future endeavors as a creator, are Adobe Illustrations, Photoshop, and InDesign. The Photoshop software will be especially helpful since at the moment I am only using the website known as Pixlr.
Oh,
I've been using that since I began. Ever since Hearst Entertainment. The late part of Hearst Entertainment, that is.
okay.
And then the Photoshop as of late, the updates the site underwent caused the mobile version to lose the charm it once had. Thus, I am grateful these new tools are available to me as a creator to Photoshop great thumbnails, as well as pictures and other goodies associated with Photoshopping. I have much to learn from Professor Halverson as he has much to learn from me. He has stated that he is no master at graphic design, but he knows enough to give students such as myself a generalized understanding of the concepts. When we get down to Photoshopping, I am sure that it will be a blast, learning some advanced concepts I never touched base on before.
Nice. Very cool.
So you did Photoshop for a little bit, didn't you?
I did. I used to do it in high school.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Man, it's just so amazing looking back on all these past memories, isn't it? And we definitely shared some good times, Claire.
Yeah. We still have good times coming.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I know that, but we're just gonna miss having you with us.
Yeah.
On top.
I'll be around campus though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stop by and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Gone but not forgotten. I'm just very cute.
Yes. And also, I had the pleasure of having coffee with my childhood friend, Alex Lambleris. Shout out to you on Thursday, January 11th.
Wow.
Yeah, with workaholism still out and about, and I needed to get out of the office considering the circumstances I am currently in. Fortunately, I've known Alex for years since elementary school, and he was more than happy to sit down at Bravada and have a mocha with me. My dad joked that we were playing patty cake.
That's silly.
However, we were merely talking about business and financials.
Wow. Yeah,
Mhm.
a little bit more than patty cake happening right there.
Yeah. Alex, it was an honor to sit down with you and catch up. I hope we can do this again soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Alex joined us late in the campaign in Hearst Entertainment. I'm talking, I think it was January or February, around those lines.
Okay.
So it was just four of us, the final four, as I like to call it, as we closed the campaign. Myself, President Beeman, Lane, and Alex.
Oh, okay.
Just the four of us.
Awesome.
Hard to believe it started out with 3 hatchery workers and ended with 4 friends that have known each other since childhood.
Wow. That's a really nice catch line.
Yep. Yeah. Another thing that I did over the course of break, and which I'll disclose later on, is I've learned a lot about intellectual property.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to know about.
Yes.
So Colton, I would love to know, how did these things help you grow, and what did you gain out of it?
The addition of Adobe software was something I was not expecting because of the brand's controversial reputation with jacked up prices and technical malfunctions as described in James Lee's video on Adobe. The link to his video is in the description. Regardless, this software will help me in future endeavors, solidifying my social media channel's reputation as an immediately recognizable entity. Remember, being a creator means living a double life. A life as a person with unique circumstances, and someone who is an entertainer and a public figure with one thing in common with the public, the desire to socialize with other people and provide comedy gold to those around them.
You're like Superman.
Oh, I was about to say Batman.
They're both very good role models.
Looks like we're popping a Batman versus Superman reference.
The classic rival.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the movie? Matter of fact,
I have.
Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
Or Superman, I don't know what goes before what in the title. I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's good.
I've only seen like the OG Batman, Batmans. Yeah. Both the older ones and the new ones.
Yeah, I've actually seen the original 1966 Batman myself.
Oh, okay.
And there's actually a Batman 66 pinball machine as well. One time when I had to take a leave of absence from one of my streams, I actually got the viewers distracted a little bit. You know, kept them occupied with a world record run coming from a man known as Eric Stone. He was in the trillions of Batman 66.
Trillions?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm not quite sure how to transition into our next question, so I'm just going to ask it to you. What was one setback that you've come across in the past 2 weeks?
This is actually going to shock you.
Oh.
The power went out at my dad's twice Thursday night. The power went out around 7 p.m. for the first time and came back on around 9 p.m. Afterwards, I was asleep when the power went out again at 2:30 p.m. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fun at all.
Oh.
By the time I woke up, the power was back on once more to conclude the winter storm, at least for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, the power's been going out at Rocky Point and out in the wilderness where we're at for quite a while now.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, the power generator went out at Lake of the Woods Pizzeria
Oh,
time recently as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad said it's something that they go through on a regular basis, but however, it was my first time seeing the power generator go out.
Oh, okay.
It can be kind of scary.
Yeah, absolutely. As such, did I say the power outage and winter storms interfere with everyone's schedules, including mine? Yeah, as such, I needed to conserve power and let things be for a little bit before going back at it,
Mhm.
and probably for the best to combat workaholism.
Yeah.
That's still a thing, folks. I really encourage you to go on that fundraiser and donate to the cause. We're still
Mhm.
raising for Step Up for Mental Health.
Oh, okay.
It's a good step in the right direction.
Mhm.
And there may be updates later down the line to conclude the battle against workaholism, including a major project that I'll be working on.
Oh,
Stay
awesome.
tuned.
Will that link for the donation also be in the description?
Absolutely, it
Nice.
will.
Perfect.
I kept in contact with one or two students at OIT as well as Alex in case the power went out elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
However, it seemed the power went out at a minimum in Klamath because nobody talked to reported the power going out. It was a relief nobody got hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Were you affected by the Wi-Fi going out, or do you not have charter out there?
I don't have charter out there. We go
okay.
by an Orbi.
I see.
Whenever the internet did go out, I simply connected to my mobile hotspot.
Oh.
And
that's nice.
since the last time I went to OIT, since Faltron went out, I took the liberty of upgrading my antivirus software.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
That's important.
So I have access to a VPN now.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah. My mom recently got into VPNs, and I think that's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Gotta protect that information.
Yeah. She was like, Charlotte, have you heard? I was like, yeah, I know what VPNs are.
Mhm.
She's sharing the wealth.
Yeah.
Mhm, absolutely.
So, from all of this situation, Colton, what is one thing that you can take away from this, and how can you turn this setback into an accomplishment?
The weather is something you cannot control.
True that.
If you are a creator and you suffer a power outage, keep your audience posted. You'll never know when you'll have technology at your disposal again to resume the production of videos and content. It just gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hmm
But always be prepared, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because internet's pretty essential to making content. If that goes out, you have no means of connecting unless you're on cellular data.
Yeah. And just being prepared with technology.
Hmm
We had a snow day last week,
hmm Yeah.
and I'm teaching one of our ACAD classes.
hmm
But I realized when that happened, I didn't have a computer to access Canvas to send an announcement about what was happening. Yeah. And so it's just like being prepared at all times is so,
Mhm.
we don't realize how much we rely on the technology that's around us.
Yeah.
Until I was stuck in my home,
Mhm.
no way I was going to drive to
Mhm.
get on a
You're
computer.
not gonna drive
Yeah.
to campus
Yeah.
to tell students
Yeah,
school's
just-
I
canceled?
know.
Yeah.
I had to do it through my phone. It was a little tricky.
Yeah, mobile hotspot saves a lot of hassle. Perhaps that's something you
Yeah.
could look into. All right. From Weber to copyright, here's your random fact of the day. The original Mickey Mouse, at long last, entered the public domain on January 1st, 2024.
Ooh, here we go, Disney.
Yep.
Free Mickey.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm actually kind of surprised with that because what Disney has a tendency to do, and one of the reasons they're remaking so many movies right now is because things like Snow White
hmm
is about to go into public domain because it's been 100 years
Mhm.
since it was first published.
hmm
And so that's why they're doing things like the remakes, like the Cinderella remake, the Snow White remake, to keep it under their domain.
Mhm.
Revenue.
I'm really surprised that Mickey Mouse entered public domain.
Yeah, Mickey.
And good for them.
Yeah, Disney.
He's a sneaky little mouse.
Yep, Disney got the copyright extended for a little bit during the Copyright Act of 1991, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
But that didn't last too long.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Besides, 1928 was when it came out. It's 2024 now.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
It's about time.
hmm Almost 100 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
All right. Well, what did you do as a college student in the past 2 weeks, Colton?
Since this is the first 2 weeks, obviously the one thing I've been doing is getting settled into my new classes. In Economics 202, we had the reviews of the fundamentals of economics. The first 2 chapters, that is. The
Oh.
third chapter goes into the fundamentals too. We don't get into macro topics until chapter 5. In
Oh.
Business 349, we studied the initial concepts of HR and the responsibilities of managers in HR, as well as the employment laws.
What does HR stand for? Pop quiz.
Human resources.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Speaking of managers, my team began researching Amazon as we studied the principles of management that teach us what constitutes great management. We learned about Henry Fayol, and we also learned about Frederick Winslow Taylor and Frank Gilbreth. I have a feeling that Taylor and Gilbert predicted workaholism.
I really like the last name Gilbreth.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Frank
fun.
Frank Gilbert was the one who studied motion studies.
I
Mhm.
like that.
The same professor for Business 215 also teaches MIS 102, where I got my first 4 assignments done. Wait, first 2 assignments done because we had the winter storm. Regardless of whether or not there was a snow day that came our way, it doesn't matter because Excel is so simplistic. It is no doubt I could breeze past the first few assignments in the course.
Yeah.
Lastly, in Business 256, I began doing research into what makes a great brand and began making changes that will potentially impact all of my social media channels. Note that because of Business 256, things may be changing here. Expect to see potential remodeling of the Waite 0207 social media channels in the coming weeks.
Can you give us a little teaser?
All I'm going to say is it's based on the logo that I have going for a Discord server that is in the works called the Fourth Wall Breakers Den.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that my professor picked the bottom right design because I already had something going for that. And so what I needed to do was tweak it a little bit.
Adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So, Colton, what lessons were taught, and how can you apply or enhance your studies based on your experience?
Well, graphic design is a critical aspect of content creation, whether we see it or not. At some point in your content creating career, you will need to understand the importance of graphic design because as a creator, you're marketing your videos to various audience members. That makes the job of a business. Understanding how to make a good design will positively impact your brand, like proximity. And I do believe it was called Gestalt.
It's a fun word.
Yeah, it's a German word that describes the design process.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a German accent.
I actually have sort of a German accent myself. Like, let me test this out. What Disney did with extending the copyright of all these characters and shows is just scandalous.
Look at you.
That was excellent.
Mhm.
Good job.
Yeah, the consonants.
Can you do Australian?
Australian?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of content creation,
Mm-hmm.
and some moves you're about to make, I want to hear about the moves that you did make in the past 2 weeks.
Ooh, I don't have any stream highlights to show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of that hiatus, we had to pass on that.
Yeah.
As well as complications regarding recording and a lack of an audience.
Mm.
However, I wish to bring to our fan base's attention that someone's been infringing on the rights of this podcast.
No.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Bump, bump.
Yep. I discussed this with Charlotte earlier, but an 18-plus website has been downloading our works and uploading them to their site on pages containing my internet username, Waynesy0207, as a keyword.
Stop. Please stop.
To reference the bad intruder meme from YouTube's gold days, obviously we have an infringer on the internet. They're going to your accounts, snatching your content up, trying to infringe it, so you need to register your vids, register your pods, and register your channels because they're infringing on everyone out there.
Hide your children. Hide your wife. Oh, that's funny.
No one's safe.
Yeah, for context, it's not just the streams or the podcasts. It's not just the podcast or my documentary film that the infringer stole. They stole my streams. 3 of which Greg appeared in, 1 of which my mom did as well.
That's killer.
Yep. As of now, we have the infringer's registrant P.O. box and phone number we gathered from ICANN's database. I applied to have my documentary film and this podcast registered under copyright law.
Yeah.
That being said, to the infringer, if you're watching this, you don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We're gonna find you. You can run and tell that, scurvy scalawag.
You won't get away with this.
Scalawag.
Yeah, we might as well cut cue the Judge Judy intro right now.
Oh
No,
no, that's
No, I'm
Call
just
them
joking.
too.
In any case, fans, I appreciate your support as we tackle whomever has been infringing on my works, including that of the advanced technological philosophy. With your help, we can bring justice to this infringer and warn anyone else who wants to infringe on my works. Speaking of the documentary film, it is on sale now. Each copy of the film is $19.60 a piece on DVD and $25.99 for the Blu-ray when it becomes available. Supplies come and go as they please. So please don't be an infringer and buy a legitimate copy of the advanced technological philosophy. Not only are you supporting the creators who made the work, but you're also showing the internet in the entertainment, showing interest in the entertainments they provide. Get them now while supplies last.
Colton, if someone wants to buy this documentary, how can they go about doing that?
Yeah, not too many online formats exist at the moment, but it's a work in progress. As soon as we get bigger, talking of 1,000 subscribers, that's when we'll roll out the online forums.
Okay.
So for now, would they just reach out to you?
Yeah, they just have to reach out to me, and it's mainly available to locals for right now.
Nice.
Okay.
Get it directly from the source.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first, folks. So, Colton, how did the overall production turn out if you created any form of content? How can you improve content such as this based on your experience? And if you expanded on your equipment, how does it function and how will it improve your content?
Just because your content is initially granted copyright upon publication does not mean your content is fully protected. And just because you use other people's work in your clips under what constitutes fair use, doesn't mean you have explicit permission from the original owners of these works. As always, ask for permission before you use something. Also, if you haven't already, please register your works under copyright law. You can check out the official website of the Copyright Office for official copyright registration at www.copyright.gov.
Nice.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. No links needed on the description.
Okay.
No links needed.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yep. And now that we got that out of the way, speaking of infringers, quote of the day: "What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others," by Confucius.
Wow. We're pulling Confucius in. That's pretty intense.
A lot of wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do not put, if you don't want your videos up on an 18+ website, do not put other people's.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Yeah. And it looks like earbud battery is running low, so I'm going to have to turn the laptop volume down a little bit to prevent the microphone picking up the audio from the music.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So just a little bit of a heads up. Live blooper.
Live blooper.
Da-da-da.
They tend to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what college events or club meetings did you attend in the past 2 weeks?
On Monday, during Hootie's Winter Wonderland for the week of welcome, I had the honor of joining some of CAB's members and began creating a vision board. A vision board is a representation of the future you are crafting for yourself. You put your hopes and dreams into this board, and you can feel the effects of the vision board coming to you. I stopped by this event alongside my dad. A couple of my engineering classmates from the beginning of my academic career at OIT said they were interested in getting to know me a little more during more. Oh my goodness. Can't speak today. They were interested in getting to know me a little more during the event. It is nice to know that you have friends in high places.
Yeah.
During the Martin Luther King Week of Service, as a part of my scholarship, I took the liberty of volunteering and giving back to the Oregon Tech and Klamath communities. How did I, might you ask? Well, I took the time to study what Martin Luther King Jr. did for all of us during his time of services to the U.S. What the great doctor did was instrumental in setting the foundations of doing stuff for others.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. What we did was we had a literary roundtable. That's the event that I went to for the week of service.
That's fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That was the only event that I could attend because of my schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you made it to an important one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and needless to say, it was fascinating to learn that not only was Dr. King influential in combating racism, but he also took the time to help those in need with his Poor People campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what what he did was also goes in line with supporting small creators. Small creators such as myself don't get too much attention, so please support small and local creators on the internet. It's much appreciated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's exciting, in just a few months, 2 months, we'll be going over to Washington, D.C. and
Absolutely.
seeing the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the Veterans Memorial and the Library of Congress, where
Plus. Oh, yeah.
I have the copyright registrations processing.
Well,
Excellent. Yeah.
Mhm.
see where it happens.
Yeah. Plus, much, much more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big old trip.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So, Colton, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did this help you get involved with the Oregon Tech or the Klamath community, and why?
This time I'd have to say it helped those in need. However, that's just me speaking because of my schedule. I can't say this event was perfect because the circumstances that were brought for people to attend the event didn't exactly align too well with my schedule with what I had outlined to review my job resume, as well as other academic responsibilities. Otherwise, the event was pretty crucial, important, and exceptional. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., for inspiring us to give back to our communities and removing discrimination of race. I mean, what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did was just, so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've come such a long way since then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we still have a ways to go, right?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
he really emphasizes on advocacy, which
Mhm.
here in TOP we do a lot of, right?
Absolutely.
And what you do a lot of too is advocate. You're an advocator just like Martin Luther King, especially with your work overload,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, and much, much more, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're just preparing for the big ol' end game when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much winter term and the workaholism screening is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
January 24th, 11 to 2.
And that's next week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not too much longer.
What's that screening?
So the screening is a combined anxiety and workaholism screening.
Okay.
Because during the workaholism meeting to address it, some of us determined that anxiety was the root cause of it.
Oh, okay.
And as such, the Integrated Student Health Center and the Center of Wellbeing decided to combine anxiety and workaholism into one screening.
Oh, that makes
That
sense.
was the big decision that we had to make.
Yeah. Is the screening open to Waite students or to everyone?
To everyone, including
Ooh.
staff and faculty.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to be affiliated with OIT? for the screening?
Probably so, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Because this is Integrated Student Health Center we're speaking about, and the Center of Wellbeing. Of
Okay.
course, it'd be affiliated with OIT.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta thank Integrated Student Health Center for all that they're doing and for their collaboration as we put an end to workaholism at OIT. And following the screening, I'm thinking about forming a group within OIT, for that matter, to end the battle against workaholism, including going into the production of that major project.
Oh, okay.
What I think it'll be called is called the Congregation Against Workaholism for Students, Staff, and Schools, otherwise known as COS, or simply the Congregation.
Congregation.
Wow.
Mhm.
Prestigious.
Yes. And so what that will entail is we're working together to combine the research and do further research into workaholism in the production of this major work, as well as plan stuff out to keep workaholism at bay. And it'll consist of 5 student members, 5 staff members, and 5 faculty members.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I didn't go with faculty for the last word is for acronyms such as COS.
Just doesn't roll off the tongue,
Yeah.
does it?
No,
It's kind of like
not at all.
FASFA. I don't like FASFA. I
Fair.
wish it was called something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, what's up with acronyms these days?
Ah, I know. There's too many of them. Let's
Yeah.
just narrow it down, people.
Yeah.
Or come up with something fun.
Or original, for that matter.
Fair.
Yeah. I'm really excited for Business 256, too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd say that's my most influential course yet, because some of these phrases and logos, they can be trademarkable.
Yep.
Ooh.
And so I'm not going to disclose anything else. Because trademark is a serious thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, I wonder if top is trademarked.
No, yeah, top isn't trademarked. It's one of those acronyms.
Yeah!
Anyway, we can't trademark it.
Anyways, looks like we're out of time for this episode. And before we go, it's time for us to give our scholarly shoutouts and creator credit for this episode. The first one goes to Claire Peterson.
Aw, thank you.
Of course, our guest gets this first scholarly shout out.
Yes.
Since the beginning of my academic career, she has moved mountains to lead me in a great direction in my career as a student and as a professional. We shared so many good times, and it is a shame she is leaving top. However, I couldn't be happier to be the person who gives her a proper send-off for all of her advising for top. Her new role in the academic advising and retention department at OIT is a far more prestigious role than I could have imagined for her. OIT has made a good choice in determining who would fit the bill.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that students who are struggling will find her truly inspirational and will look up to her with pride.
Well, thank you, Colton. That's very sweet.
Yep.
I'm tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
No surprise.
Mhm.
But I'm always going to be here to cheer you on.
Mhm.
And I'm just across campus now.
Yeah.
So you'll have to come see me
Mhm.
in my new office.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I'll still be stopping by top events to
Yeah.
scream for you guys.
And then second scholarly shout out goes to Professor Doug Halverson. For as long as I can remember, I always saw him at certain OIT events on campus. I always saw him behind a camera. I didn't know that he played a more pivotal role in OIT until recently when I began taking Business 256. I have nothing but good things to say about Professor Halverson. He is eager to learn new things, especially if it's something he hasn't done in a while, which was teaching this course. He was patient and was eager to walk us through the functions of Adobe Illustrator during the first few weeks. I have no doubt he'll learn OBS as easily as well. I hope to have you appear as a guest of Life of a Content Creating College Student soon.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be interesting if the camera person for OIT events showed up as the guest?
Ooh.
Yes. He transitioned to in front of a mic. From behind the camera to in front of the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Doug Halverson. Sorry, I feel like
Had
that's
a
like
Dougie.
Insert internet username here. And then, speaking of people taking off and leaving, for our first creator credits, we're going to have to give this first shout out to Matt Pat. Many of you know Matt Pat as the game theorist. He always made theories of your favorite video games, including that of Kirby. It was astounding to hear what he came up with. However, recently he announced that he is retiring from YouTube in around a couple of months. It is sad to see the end of an era, but we had a feeling this was coming. Matt Pat, I know that the thought of you retiring is no theory, but I wanted to say thank you for everything that you have done for us. First, Charles Martinet retires as the voice of Mario and becomes a Mario ambassador, and now you join the ranks of legends that have stepped down from their careers. So many legends and professionals have decided to leave their careers, many of which we have known since we were children.
Jenna Marbles. Never forgotten.
However, you are no exception. Matt Pat, from the creator community, and your loyal fan base, we are going to miss you. Yeah, such a shame that all these creators are leaving us. Time marches on.
Yeah.
Gone
It's
but
okay.
not
They
forgotten.
gone but not forgotten. Yeah.
And then second creator credit, speaking of growing up, is it goes to Lauren's side. For many of you who don't know, Lauren is known for Let's Plays and challenges regarding The Sims 4. Since then, she has branched out into various reaction videos and blogs, including her yearly Hunger Games competition. There's actually a Hunger Games simulator, if you didn't know. Recently, she announced that she is having her second child.
Oh.
Yep.
Baby.
Yep. To be a creator and a parent at the same time is commendable. I have a feeling these children have bright futures ahead of them. They have video creators and entrepreneurs they can look up to. Lauren has that nice creative eye that her children can pick up on. May this second baby of hers be happy and healthy.
Well wishes.
Well, Claire, it was nice having you on as the guest for episode 6.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We're going to miss having you in top, but we know you have a bright future ahead. Your career is about to take off.
Oh, thank you.
I have a good feeling about this. And I won't be surprised if you have another promotion coming up years after.
I hope so.
Keep on moving up and beyond,
Yeah.
and really wish you the best. It's been amazing being a part of Chair with you.
Mhm.
Chair.
and all our
Yeah.
memories together and recording this podcast. And we'd
Mhm.
love to have you on in the future as well.
Yep.
Send me an email.
Yep. So it's been 3 times you've been the guest throughout your entire career as a top advisor, I do believe.
Yes, this is my third.
Yep. Man, 3rd time's the charm.
I'm a celebrity.
Magic 3.
Yep.
Aw, you are.
What,
Yeah.
what a way for this to go out.
Mhm.
So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, folks, and remember, there'll be disappointments in life, but us humans have the power to turn those disappointments into accomplishments. And rest assured, once we get a plan of how I'm going to record most of my content from this point onward, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you folks posted. But as of right now, my stream schedule is indeed uncertain.
Mm-hmm.
It still remains uncertain as of now.
Yeah. You'll pave that path as you create it.
Hmm.
And that's okay to not be paving right now.
Mhm.
We all need a break, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So please bear with me. This will eventually pass.
Mm-hmm. This too shall pass.
Hmm. This is Colton W. Hurst, aka Wingsy0207, aka the Fourth Wall Breaking One Man Army, signing out. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Special thanks go to Oregon Institute of Technology, celebrating 75 years of applied learning in Plummet, Oklahoma counties. This has been a Fourth Wall Breaking One Man Army production.